This video is the introduction to our new series, where we will uncover the untold history of colonization, looting, and freedom struggles across the world. We will explore how powerful civilizations in Asia, Africa, Latin America, and beyond were systematically exploited, how their wealth was stolen, and how their people resisted oppression. The story will be told in multiple parts, with a new episode released every day at 5 p.m. EST. Stay with us as we reveal the truths they don't teach in history books. For centuries, the world was not as we know it today. Countries that are now labeled as Third World were once among the wealthiest, most advanced civilizations on Earth. India, with its thriving trade and booming economy, contributed nearly 27% of the world's GDP before British rule. Africa, home to great kingdoms and empires, had abundant resources that fueled a prosperous continent. Latin America was overflowing with gold, silver, and advanced cities long before European invaders arrived. The Middle East and China controlled the most vital trade routes, making them global powerhouses. But today, these same nations struggle with poverty, political instability, and the long shadows of exploitation. So what happened? The truth is brutal but simple. They were looted, enslaved, and deliberately weakened by invaders who built their own wealth at the cost of these nations. And then, to cover up their crimes, they rewrote history to make it seem as if they civilized these lands, when in reality, they destroyed them. History books often teach us that European powers like the British, Spanish, French, Dutch, and Portuguese brought progress, industry, and education to their colonies. But they leave out how they also wiped out cultures, engineered famines, erased local knowledge systems, and used mass violence to crush any resistance. They turned self-sufficient economies into dependent colonies, stealing trillions of dollars worth of resources while leaving millions to starve. They drew artificial borders that continue to cause wars today. And even after independence, they ensured that former colonies remained economically weak and politically unstable, making it easier for them to control from the shadows. This series is about uncovering the real history, the one that was erased, distorted, or ignored. Over the next episodes, we will expose the truth behind the systematic looting of wealth from India, Africa, and Latin America, the massacres, genocides, and forced famines that killed millions, the destruction of local industries, education, and languages to erase native identity, the resistance movements and freedom struggles that colonial powers tried to suppress, how colonialism still affects the world today, from poverty to modern exploitation. We will begin with India, once called the Golden Bird because of its wealth and prosperity. It had a thriving economy, advanced education systems like Nalanda University, and industries that were the envy of the world. But when the British arrived, they systematically dismantled everything, turning a global superpower into one of the poorest nations on Earth. The same story repeats across Africa, Latin America, and other parts of the world, where powerful civilizations were brought to ruin for profit. If you've ever wondered why some countries are rich and others are poor, or why certain conflicts never seem to end, this series will provide the answers. The truth isn't always comfortable, but it's necessary. Subscribe and stay with us, because we're about to uncover the biggest crimes in human history that they don't teach in schools. And in our next episode, we start with one of the greatest untold stories, the wealth of India before colonization and how it was systematically stolen. You won't want to miss this.